Goblins are terrible because, like, if they hit you when you're in the middle of a jump attack, then it completely undoes any damage that your jump attack was going to do. And also, if they shield you, then that also mitigates pretty much all of your jump attack damage. So there are multiple ways that goblins can just screw you up and make you lose a lot of time. The little white goblins here at the end are actually really good at dodging. Alright, this is about a 56. That's fine. I generally expect to be behind in these first couple levels because my record actually has a really, really optimal opening to it, although I do have some new little stuff in Unexpected Party. You could use Sting to break their shield, but like if you've already used your jump attack, then you have to wait for your jump attack to redo itself, which takes more time. Alright, in this level, we basically have 3 sets of quests we're going to be doing, which are, we have to do the bridge quests, which are to fix the bridge. We have to do some food quests to find some food for our dwarf friend, and we also have to find these 4 hide-and-seek children, because they're going to be playing hide-and-seek with us. I'm going to set what's called a clipboard position at the bottom of the hill by just running there for a second. And now I'm going to go off and fix the bridge and also find the first hide-and-seek child. The first hide-and-seek child is actually in the mill, and I just ran past her. It's actually faster to not get her until a bit later. Nice. We actually just started implementing that boost. It's kind of difficult, but not terrible. And then I can actually just get the hide-and-seek kid by jumping up here and interacting with her from up there like that. Now I'll just get the nails real quick. That fall right there is interesting because if you're this low on health, that fall won't actually do any damage. But if you're at full health, that fall will actually do a half a heart of damage.
We need a lot of food on our journey.
Alright, that long jump should unload the chickens in the chicken coop if I did it right. But before I can figure that out, we first have to get through the berry patch, obviously. This guy's behavior is very, very strange sometimes. Basically, what I did there was I actually got him to hear me so that he stopped. And because he stopped, I could, escape the berry patch behind him, or in front of him, without him ever making it around the corner and catching me. But I also had to get him to stop in a fairly specific place. Anyway, now that I've done all the stuff on this side of the bridge, I'm just going to get stuck here, and warp back to this spot. Now, there are 2 reasons that I warped to that specific spot. I had to warp that far down the hill because warping up to the top of the hill actually causes all of these NPCs up here to be unloaded, so you can't finish these 2 quests that you need. But the other thing is, warping to that area causes me to not hit the load trigger for all of the gates that are up here, so because of that, you can actually just kind of run straight from this child over here to the last hide-and-seek child. I am going to have to do a bit of unoptimized movement because of how low I am on health. Normally I would just long jump straight down from here, but because I only have a half a health bubble, I'm just going to walk down the hill. The other option would be to grab the health potion in this level and then use it before that point.
I got all the food Bomba could possibly want.
But anyway, now that we've done everything in this level, I'm just going to finish this level by giving Bomber all of his food that I have now. We're the true hero of Hobbiton. We've found all the food. We saved all of our hide-and-seek kids from their hiding places that they were trapped in. Welcome to the stream, Lolking. 12360. Getting stunned in this game isn't fun. Yeah, the stuns are really stupid. I hate them. Alright, this level is cool if I pull it off. This level is actually pretty difficult at the end. But before we can do any of that, this dwarf over here is literally dying. He needs these berries really badly. Because isn't that what we all need when we're dying, is some berries that we found on top of a mountain? So, now we're gonna go ahead and trigger this floodgate. And from here, we're gonna head straight from this floodgate over to the next floodgate. And when I say straight over, I do really mean straight over. I'm gonna actually be boosting out of bounds to get to that floodgate a little bit faster. Now, up here, there's a load trigger that I'm gonna be kind of hitting in order to load the whirlpool in. Once I've got the whirlpool loaded in, it doesn't really matter how long I take to get to it as long as I catch the cycle that I want to catch. So things like that long jump glitch don't really waste me time. And I can also do things like grab these coins while I'm waiting for this water to rise and set up for my next glitch, which is the load trigger for the troll camp is actually right in front of me right now, but it doesn't go all the way over to the wall. So we can kind of just dodge it like I just did. And this right here is the cycle that I want to catch. So because we dodged the load trigger for the troll camp, the cutscenes are still going to play in here, but we can just skip them, obviously. But the trolls are not here, so they can't catch us.
Oh, can't go back now. Oh my.
And because the trolls aren't here, it enables me to just run straight to the wallet. There will be some weird things in here, like Bilbo turning invisible briefly, because the loads in this area are broken. There are some weird invisible walls here that it's really easy to get caught on, so my wide angles there might seem a little bit wide, but it's just to avoid some invisible geometry that it's really easy to get caught on and lose time. Trollhole doesn't really have any major skips like the previous levels do, but there is some cool tech in this level. One skip saves about 10 seconds and the other saves about 25. So I will be going for both of those. There's a boss in this level. We're not going to have to fight him, but I am going to be doing some clever manipulation. You'll see it here in a second, but Bilbo has this damage recoil animation that he does whenever he gets hit by anything. There's a transition to that animation from a regular walking animation and from a long jump animation, but there actually isn't a transition to that animation from a regular jump animation, which means that if we're doing a regular jump or slash jump, like I just did through those spikes, because there's no damage recoil animation transition, you won't actually lose time by getting hit if you're in one of those states. So I'm going to be using that here to try to save a little bit of time while grabbing the potion from the boss. He throws rocks at me, and you are almost guaranteed to get hit by the first rock he throws. So I'm going to try to be in the air in a regular jump animation during that first rock hit. So you might see me time my jumps a little bit weird here, but that is why. Just like that.
The healing draft. Oh, I hope I'm not too late to save it.
And now I'm just going to boost up this wall. This is the 10-second time save. And unfortunately, I actually passed the load trigger for outside now, so I do have to backtrack slightly to hit that trigger. Those coins were very intentional. I actually am, I haven't acknowledged it aside from slightly in Roast Mutton, but I am collecting coins in this route because I do need coins. And that right there is the 25-second time save, although it's not done yet. That rock is actually really finicky, because if you jump off a certain one of the 4 polygons that rock is made of, it actually shortens your jump height. Alright, this is the other part of the skip. There we go.
The key.
Basically, all that was to just get that key early and skip all of the navigation I would have to do to get to the key normally. Nice flick. So now I can just take the key to the end of the level and finish out the level. Just like that. Yeah, that was a pretty clean troll hole. And yeah, I do see the message that says unloading the chickens is insane. I agree. None of us know how it works. It's just kind of, if you long jump from that spot, then the chickens just aren't loaded. This level doesn't feature many huge skips, unfortunately. I have to talk to this dwarf at the beginning of the level because it's a quest. There's a lot of because it's a quest in this category. I'm not getting the training scroll because there are actually some pretty sick fight strats for Cloud's Burst, which is pretty much the only fighting I have to do in the game is in Cloud's Burst.
How will I ever get back to the dwarves? I suppose if I follow the edge of this mountain, I'll find my way to their trail.
This level has a lot of just moving around, getting from one area to the next area, and hopefully not dying. The platforming in this level is fairly difficult to do. This level's definitely not the easiest level in this category, or in any category, really. There is a small skip that I can do here called Pillarless, but I don't go for it because it's stupid.
Thank you, Stone Giants! You've made my escape for me!
This is the first level where I'm really going to start collecting a surplus of coins. Even then, I'm not actually going to be collecting that many more than what you would expect in like an any percent run. And most of the coins I grab are going to be right in my path anyway. But it's definitely something noteworthy. Normally I would want to end this level with 285 coins, but I'm actually a little bit short on coins. I don't know how it happened, but I ended up 3 coins under at some point. Or 2 coins under. Yeah, so I should end up at 282, which is fine because I can actually grab extra coins in Flies and Spiders. There are some that are just right on your path that I usually end up grabbing anyway. I don't really have those routed into my route, so... Anyway, we have to fix this first machine because it's a quest and because we're on GameCube. And actually, the reason this level has so many quests is because each of these gears that you collect is also its own quest. So the quests in this level add up really quickly, even though there aren't actually that many things that you have to do. Alright, now that I've got all the gears, just put them in the machine, and continue on my merry way.
Oh, I don't like the look of this.
Alright, hopefully I don't die out here. It's actually really easy to die out here. To multiple things that can go wrong. This machine is pretty easy. Generally, nothing goes wrong with this. Aside from sometimes I don't have my jump attack quite yet when going for this jump. It's rare, but if I'm fast enough, that does actually happen. Alright, let's go ahead and get the extra chest. There we go. That way, even if I'm a little bit behind on my coins, I should still be good. And then here there is a little skip in this area. Basically what I'm going to be doing is collecting these couple of gears in backwards order. Sort of navigating this area backward. And then doing a fairly tricky slash jump right here to grab that ledge. Put all the gears in this machine, and we've now fixed all 3 machines. Now there's supposed to be a goblin fight that you're required to do at the end of this level where you have to enter a cave and fight a bunch of goblins. However, the fight is not actually a quest in the quest log, which means that we don't have to do it. We just have to get up to the dwarves and finish the level, and also give the last dwarf his firewood. So I'm going to be doing those things now. So obviously I can just skip the goblin fight by boosting up this wall, not like that. There we go. And then make sure to talk to the dwarf. I'm gonna buy 3 keys here at the end of this stage. Nice. Like I said, there's not really much to that stage in terms of skips. Yeah, I'm talking trash pillar. Yeah, I'm trash talking pillar skip. Yeah, pillarless is pretty bad. Alright, this level is cool. This level is really, really weird to explain because,
Thank the elves for this glowing blade.
basically, this level has a weird failsafe that makes it very, very difficult to actually do the quests out of order. Alright. Decided to wait that one out because I knew that if I got hit in the air, or if I got hit, like, while trying to platform, it was pretty much going to kill me. Basically, the way this level works, I'll go ahead and start explaining it here.
These webs look thick.
But basically, you're not really able to do the quests out of order because there is a way to jump straight from certain areas to the Wartstone. However, if you go straight to it, you can't collect the Wartstone and then trigger the first lift, because triggering the first lift causes a state of the Goblin where you cannot give him the Wartstone. So, it would seem like you have to trigger the first lift and then get the Wartstone, or somehow get the Wartstone, give it to the Goblin, and then trigger the first lift, which is a lot slower. However, there is actually a way to trigger the first lift and then get the Wartstone.
Here's the lever I need to fix that.
And that is what I'm going to be doing in this route. I've actually skipped directly to the lever for the last lift, because the last lift is right over here in this area. So I'm going to go ahead and activate that first. Just to get it out of the way, because it's faster to do it now. But now I'm going to go and activate the first lift. Obviously, it is going to save time eventually to have activated the last lift, and we'll see why when we actually get there. I intentionally avoided that barrel because I actually have a faster way of hitting it. I grabbed those coins while I was waiting. I'm also going to kill this goblin while I'm waiting. But you can see, like, right now, for example, there's quite a bit of lift riding going on in this level. So I'm going to skip some of that. I'm going to skip the last lift by setting my clipboard over in that area, which I did just by running on the ground there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a fairly tricky jump over here. And right here is the Wartstone. So you can see, I triggered the first lift and then got the Wartstone, which means that now I'm actually going to be able to give it to the guard when I need to. Oh, hey, Gina. Welcome to the stream. But anyway, now that I've got the Wartstone, I can give it to the Goblin eventually. There are supposed to be 2 more lifts that we ride after this lift. We're going to go ahead and do this, because I do have to do this. I believe the setup is right here. That's not actually the tightest trick. That one's actually pretty easy to pull off. Nope. Okay, there we go. That should be it. Wasted 1 rock, but that's fine. Oops. Dude. Dude, just boost. I just want to get this. There we go. That trick doesn't save much time, it's just cool. So now this is how we're going to skip the rest of the lifts. We're going to go ahead and activate the 3rd lift like we need to do. And then we're going to skip riding it because we already got the lever that that lift leads to earlier by just clipping out of bounds. And we can skip the last lift because we already got the Wartstone, which is what the last lift leads to. So now we can just go straight to the Goblin Guard. And hopefully he doesn't kill me. Cool, he didn't. Alright. So now that we're past the actual hard section level, we have to save a dwarf in here. Luckily, we got some mushrooms so that we can go back and fight that Goblin Guard. we're not going to do that, but if we wanted to, we do have enough health now. Okay, this goblin's going to stand here for a second, because, he's terrible. There we go. Sometimes he does that. I hate it when he does that. Loses me time. But that is fine. Whatever, who cares? Alright, now we're just going to climb up to the minecart and ride the minecart to finish the level. Save the dwarves. Oh no, it's just one dwarf. The next level is the save the dwarves level.
Looks like this is the way out of here.
Epic quick scoper, 1 HP. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, this level is pretty scary. The worst thing about it right now is the fact that I just didn't have a health potion because I went for some faster movement and unexpected party. Normally I would have my unexpected party health potion up to this level and then probably use it in this stage, but with the faster movement you don't get it. Alright, this level has a lot of going out of bounds and then going back in bounds and then going out of bounds and then going back in bounds. So, literally the very first thing I'm going to do in this level is turn around and boost out of bounds if I pull it off. This boost can be pretty annoying. Got it. I'm going to navigate my way out of bounds, and there's actually a faster way inbounds to load the necessary areas. However, I don't want those areas loaded, so I'm not going to do that. Bad jump. Bad jump again. I hate this rock dude. There we go. I'm going to stay to the right here because I don't actually want the next area to be loaded. But it would ideally be faster to actually just drop into the left there.
Finally, a camp. Oh my.
So what I've done is essentially, the Corwin camp was unloaded, obviously. But this area, everything seems fine. Everything seems like it's properly loaded now. However, that's not the case, because if you keep the Corwin camp unloaded, there's an area up here that's also not loaded. That area being actually the ceiling to this cave, which means that I can now just directly jump into this cave if I don't get long jump glitch. That actually lost me a little bit of time, but not bad. That's definitely a very scary thing to pull off there. If you get long jump glitch, it's possible to just miss it entirely. These are the coins I was talking about. Those should set me where I need to be. I'm actually still short 1. Oh wait, I'm actually up coins. I forgot because I grabbed that chest. Here I'm going to be doing another out of bounds to skip another large section of this level. This part is very hard for me. Like, a lot of people don't have trouble with this skip. I have an insane amount of trouble with this skip, so wish me luck. Yep, didn't get it. That's fine. I have a lot of weird trouble with this skip that I really shouldn't have. Okay, that's fine. There we go. Got it second try, so that's not bad. Basically, what I just did was I skipped basically the entirety of the segment that you're supposed to travel through, and now I'm just going to hit a load trigger there to load in this area so that I can skip the White Lord fight. As you do. And now I have to climb this giant tree. And the reason I have to climb this tree is because there are load triggers up here to load in the next things that I need to load in. Otherwise, you could completely skip it because there are ways to just walk to that area. Unfortunately, the things you need to be loaded in are not loaded in. The things you need loaded in are actually, the load triggers for them are partway up this rope. Also, if anyone's wondering what I'm doing, I'm just holding down X. X is the weapon switch button, but it's kind of set to unlimited when you are on ropes or ledges, so you can kind of just switch weapons extremely rapidly by just holding the button. Alright, coming up is the hardest slope boost in the entire game. Okay, let's see if I can get this. Nope, not quite. Nice, first try. That boost is really annoying. But what that boost does is that boost allows me to get out of bounds here, which has two advantages. First of all, it's a slightly faster way to get over to this tunnel that I need to get over to. But second of all, I'm actually right above a level end trigger right now. So what I did was I set my warp position above that level end trigger. And what that's going to do is, well, let me explain it like this. We have to do some quests to save the dwarves. However, once we've saved the dwarves, the quests are actually already completed at that point. There aren't really any more quests we have to do at that point. However, the game puts you in a big boss fight after that you're supposed to have to do, where you have to fight 3 big spider bosses. We're not going to be fighting them, because since the quests are already complete, we can just end the level at that point. And we are going to be just ending the level at that point by simply just warping out and falling into the load trigger. I'm going to go slightly out of my way there to grab some mushrooms. This next clip is very, very, very finicky. This is the only example of a save pedestal clip that I'm going to be using in the run. But basically, save pedestals are weird. Their collision, you can actually clip into them. The clip itself is very finicky, so sometimes it takes me a little bit to pull off. That was only a couple jumps. That one was actually pretty fast. But yeah, I just fall into the end trigger, and all of the quests are completed. And that's flies and spiders. Still save time in there. Alright, Barrels Out of Bond is dumb. I tend to lose a lot of time in this level, because this level is actually difficult for me. Okay, I couldn't skip the box, because I'm not good at the game. Oh, dude, jump over the gate.
Was that the wind?
I used to be able to jump over that gate efficiently. I've gotten worse at it over the years.
I wonder what this is for.
Basically, the main thing for this level is we have to get all of those crystals. And we also have to, we have to get all of the crystals, and we also have to enter the deep cellar. Those are pretty much the things we have to do in this level. So we're going to be optimizing our method of doing that. We do have to grab all 3 of these crystals, because each one of these crystals is its own quest. Although there is a way to skip one of them that is slightly faster. Okay. Movement there is weird because, it's actually really easy to just not grab ropes, because that one rope, if it's swinging, you can't grab it. So I actually delayed my long jump a little bit to make it so that I would long jump when the rope was no longer swinging. Or I don't know if can't grab it is the right word. It's a lot harder to grab if it's swinging. This part is boring. I'm just moving blocks around. Alright, my weapon actually switched there. If you look at my weapon meter, it's on rocks now, so I'm just going to hit my ring button like that real quick. I don't know why that happens, but sometimes if you push the camera adjust button while holding onto that block to turn your camera, it causes that to happen with the weapons. And the next time you try to put on your ring, it will do exactly that thing that just happened. Which is why if that happens, I'll always just put on my ring right in that room. Or press Z right in that room. I don't know why it happens, but,
Was that the wind?
it's definitely a thing that does. I don't want to get caught by the elves in here. Okay.
Was that the wind?
We are going to be doing a skip here, where I'm going to be setting my clipboard in this room by just running on the ground there. And I'm going to be holding that clipboard for a little bit and going off to do some other stuff.
That vile
I have to
sorcerer
enter
has
this
plagued
water room.
this land.
Okay, hopefully I didn't lose my warp position. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get stuck in this fence over here and warp back to this spot. And now I'm going to jump down into this void and try to grab a crystal that's down here, which I got first try. Nice. So now what I did was I grabbed the crystal and then I jumped back in to hit a load trigger. And as soon as I load in that area, obviously all the dwarves are reloaded in there, so I can just go back, interact with the dwarves if I need to, and continue on. In my world record, I actually missed the crystal jump once, like didn't get the crystal right away. I still have a lot of trouble with that jump. There's not really a good, consistent setup for it from what I found. But according to pretty much everyone, that route is easier than the original 80% route, so that's probably just me being bad at the game. There we go. But I'm gonna go ahead and equip my sword here. That wasn't what I wanted to do. There we go. Camera. That was actually an efficient camera turnaround that I wasn't really expecting to be that efficient. It's really easy to get hit by spiders in there, so, Alright. Now comes the actual hard part of the level. Ideally, in any percent, you could actually skip straight to Thorin's Cell at this point, because once you have all the crystals, you can just do a weird warp onload to unload the room and get straight to Thorin's Cell. However, one of the quests is actually completed by entering the deep cellar as intended, which means that we do have to do that. So that's what I'm going to be doing here. And when I say as intended, I do mean I'm going to be at least entering the deep cellar as intended, just not playing that area out as intended. I'm going to be setting my warp right here in front of this little gate. It should be set now. I was on the floor for long enough, I believe. I'm going to be going over here, interacting with this elf to load in the deep cellar. I'm going to slide down this tunnel, which sliding down actually doesn't reset your clipboard position, so my clipboard is still going to be set. But once I get down to the bottom, I'm going to warp off some vines and land on an invisible ceiling. That invisible ceiling is actually the floor to Thorin's Cell. So from there, I can just walk straight over to the table. Nice. Okay, there we go. Just like that.
The walls are all packed and ready to go. Now, open the gate and escape.
Alright. And that Sparrow's out of bond. Now, some astute viewers, if you're familiar with the game, and if you're familiar with Warm Welcome, might notice that I don't, if you've been doing the math up to this point, you might notice I don't actually have enough keys. I am one key short for the keys I need. However, this is all well and good because I have actually planned that into my route. Dude. Movement. There we go. Whatever. My movement is fine. We're going to be doing something to skip the thief quest here. Basically, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be setting my clip warp over here on this end of the bridge. Just by running over there and being on the ground. I'm now realizing I haven't really explained what a clip warp is, so people who haven't seen the history video and haven't seen speedruns before might not be super familiar with the concept of clip warps, and might just be utterly confused as to how I'm just warping around the level. I'll try to get back to that. I'll try to explain it here. But what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be triggering the thief quest, like I just did. I'm going to go ahead and grab this key because there's a free key right there. And now I'm just going to get stuck in this spot to warp back to my clipboard position.
Better hurry or he'll get away.
Alright, now for those who don't know, basically how clip warping works is when you're on the ground somewhere for a little while, the game registers that position as a safe position. So if you're on the ground for at least a full second, the game registers your position as a safe position. So let's say my safe position is set over here. If I were to go and I weren't on the ground again for a full second, and I were to get stuck somewhere, like in this safe pedestal, for example, because we know safe pedestal clips are possible. Basically, the game warps you back to the last position where you were deemed safe when you do that, which of course is the last position where you were on the ground for a full second. I can't get it right now, but that's fine. I'm just bad at this game. Right now, there's not really anything else I can be doing, so I'm not really wasting time by doing this. Kind of just demonstrating, but you'll see it here. You can see because that was the last spot I was on the ground for a full second, it just warped me back there. There are multiple different ways to warp, but the one that we use most often is to get stuck somewhere. However, dropping off a ladder also causes you to warp. Alright. So now that I've taught you all how to clip warp, let's see if you can master the art of seeing where I'm setting my clip warp.
This is the warehouse. Time to see what's inside.
This is attempt number 1. There's a lot going on here, though, aside from just the clip warp, so if you get this one wrong, don't worry.
Thieves.
Oh dear. I might have actually lost that one, but I'm not sure. I was on the ground for a little bit longer than I intended to be. We'll find out. Nope, I actually still have it. So that's number 1. If you got that right, congratulations. We're already on to number 2. Once again, no punishment if you get this one wrong. This one also has a lot of other things going on, aside from just the clip warp. Alright, did you get it right? Let's find out. If you answered right outside of the door, you got it right. Congratulations. Alright, unfortunately here, there's a weird thing that happens where if you skip the cutscene, you get warped back in front of Bart anyway. The developers probably just didn't intend for people to skip the cutscenes, but that cutscene is weird like that. Alright. We're already on to question 3. Banned if you get it wrong. Yeah, exactly. I hope you guys are all having fun watching this, by the way. I know I'm having fun doing it, so... Ooh, that was a very nice clip. Gotten a lot better at that particular clip over the time, so... Alright, now here we're not going to use a clip warp. Instead, what we're going to do is interact with that guy while the door is fading out, which allows us to grab that bottle without losing any time. We're going to be doing that 2 more times in this level. I'm going to do it in this room to grab that chest.
Have you tried Vaden's new cider?
Oh, I stomach the
This stuff too sweet for my tastes.
If we weren't, why would we watch? This is a true point. Alright. The hardest part of the level is very, very, very quickly coming up. And it's kind of stressing me out, actually, because it's a skip that I always have trouble with, and that always, kills my runs, so... Just, if the run dies to it, I'm gonna try not to be too upset, But yeah, it is very, very easy to lose the run to the upcoming trick. Basically, what I'm going to be doing is, I'm going to be skipping the basement that you're supposed to travel through. There's a basement where you're supposed to do a bunch of puzzles, but you can completely skip it by just, crawling down a rope far enough to trigger the quest, and then just climbing back up. Oops, that wasn't right. Yellow, blue, red, black, purple, there we go. This right here is the basement skip. This part is actually fairly easy, as long as you're good at it. Dude, climb the stairs. There we go. Alright, this next part is the hard part. Basically, what I'm going to be doing is long jumping and jumping down to a save pedestal. And then before I die, hopefully before I die, saving at the save pedestal. To skip the entire basement section of level. This skip is ridiculous, and it is also ridiculously hard, so bear with me. That's it. That's it. That's it. Easy. Alright, dude. I'm just going to skip the 3 cutscenes here. The thieves aren't loaded because we never went through the load trigger to load them. However, the thieves will be loaded once we climb up here. It's really easy to die here, so I'm going to try not to. Dude, jump. Thank you. Ooh, wow.
The thieves
And then this cutscene we can't skip.
Get into that warehouse, men. You wait here.
However,
Town guard will finish this.
when they talk about the black arrow and when the black arrow pops up on screen, look at his hand that's holding the black arrow, the one on the right, because the black arrow actually clips into his finger. That's something that I have literally pointed out every run that I've done. Alright. So that level was easy time save. I actually made a pretty big mistake in that level in my record, so that was definitely some pretty easy time save there. Dude, I'm shaking. This isn't good. Let's just keep talking about the game. So here, I'm going to be setting my clip warp in a weird spot here, and I'm going to be warping back to that spot a couple times, actually. I'm going to be setting my warp position right here. Which might seem like a weird spot to set it, but,
I better not walk on those gold.
Dude.
Too much noise and
It'll make sense after a little while, I promise. There we go. Long jump glitch is stupid. But there we go. I'm going to go ahead and warp back there once now. This warp saves a couple seconds. I'm going to do a long jump and jump attack here to try to confirm that I'm still holding my clip warp there. I don't actually know if I still held it. I may have lost it. Actually, you know what? I'm not even going to go for it. Because I do not trust myself to have held it. Instead, I'm going to go for a slightly slower version of the route here, which just involves me using my ring. Camera there is the best thing in the world. Normally, I would do a strat here that allows me to navigate through this area without putting on my ring, because I call it blind smog. I don't actually know if I'm good. I might be dead. Alright, I'm going to let my ring refresh again, just to make sure I don't die. Obviously losing a little bit of time here, but that's fine.
smell you, thief.
As long as I don't die. And there's a lot of lag in this room, like, a lot of lag, so, Alright, this part can be difficult, but hopefully I don't mess up. Okay, good. Obviously, there's a lot of hurry up and wait here. Alright. I'm gonna actually set my clipboard over here by just being on the ground. Okay. There we go. Now I can press start. There we go. As soon as level loads in, I'm immediately going to start jumping again because I'm actually holding my clipboard in that spot. And there's a couple good reasons for that, but the main one is to save time. Alright, I'm probably going to lose time here in this stage because, okay. He turned me around, dude. Okay, we're good. Okay, good movement there, actually. Obviously, like I said, I'm pretty sure I am losing a little bit of time in this stage, but that is fine. Nice. There we go. Unfortunately, this part is actually kind of annoying. There we go. Not too bad at it now, though, so, there we go. And this is just about where I wanted my warp to be set, actually. So that, is very efficient for me. Now what I'm going to do is just grab the rest of the items that I need. And hopefully not die while doing so. There we go. Now, I'm actually not going to give the items to the dwarves yet because it's slower to do that. Okay, fine, I'll talk to you. That's cool. Going to be doing a pretty nice skip here where I'm going to do basically what is called elevator skip, which is I'm going to trigger all of the blocks in this area. I don't know what that was, but that was weird. I'm going to be triggering all of the blocks in this cave down here. And then I'm just going to be going back up, like all the way up, setting my clipboard up at the top. And then going back down, triggering the first block so that the water just starts rising all on its own. And then I'm going to warp back up and give the items to the dwarves while I'm up there. So I'm not wasting time while nothing else is happening, just giving items to the dwarves. Since that segment is an auto-scroller anyway. Now, elevator skip does actually save some time, because the game lets you walk into the area on the other side of the chasm way earlier than when the elevator actually gets to the point that you would get up there. It's actually earlier enough that doing all this still ends up saving about 15 seconds, I believe it was. I think MK said it was 14 seconds, but 15 is basically the new 14, so... I mean, they're the same number, right? Alright, your clipboard position can't actually be set while you're in water, which is a nice thing. There we go. Nice clip. Alright, and now that we have nothing else to do for a while, we're going to play the waiting game. Let's grab these coins. We don't need them anymore, but they're right there. Let's get some gold while we're at it, shall we? Or I guess silver. I do have to wait out here, because if you are in past this door border, the quest won't actually trigger. So you do have to be out here in order to trigger the quest. So I'm just waiting it out. So now we can just start running into here. I'm just going to keep running in until the game lets me in. Which is going to be a little while still. Wait, I still save time? Wow, okay. That's cool, I guess. Alright, this level is, not the easiest level, so, very first thing I'm gonna do is go up here and grab this gear belt. Just drop down like that, and we're going to go ahead and solve these block puzzles. Now, Bilbo does move blocks faster backward and forward, which is why I'm actually pulling them into their spots before even... Okay, right here. All right. Dude, don't do that. There we go. My controller has a really bad tap back. I'm not actually sure what it's called. Snapback, I think is what it's called. So I often end up facing the wrong way when I need to just suddenly stop. Or, you know, just grabbing things like that, or just slashing. But that is fine. Alright, this next part, dude. There we go. There we go. Slightly this way. There we go. And then this one's actually almost an identical rolling pattern, where I'm going to roll it 3 times to the left, 3 times this way, and I believe once to the left. Yep. That was weird. But that's fine. Alright, hardest skip in the level is right here. So wish me luck. Yep, got the first part. Post up onto the door railing, long jump to the chain, and let's go. Nice, okay. Dude. Alright, I'm using my ring in here because I don't want to get killed by these spiders. Don't really feel like losing a run to spiders.
These gears must power the lift system.
Nope, long jump! Thank you, okay. Movement there is kind of weird, but, climb, dude!
Oh, these gears are broken.
Long movement here is also weird, so, movement in this room is just weird in general. Dude. Come on, let's keep going. Dude, if any run has the chance to get the 106, it's this run, so let's not kill it. There's some weird invisible geometry in the gear room that allows me to just kind of move around in there the way that I did. However, I did bad at it because I'm bad at it, so bear with me here. Didn't want to get hit by that spike, because that spike is the worst.
Powers the rest of the kingdom.
Alright. Time to see how slow Bilbo climbs ladders. Dun, 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 dun. Alright. Turned it the wrong way. Don't know why I even bothered turning that one. Oh, dude, what am I doing? There we go. Dude, what are you doing? I'm so bad at this. That's fine. We're gonna go ahead and grab this on our way over here. And we're gonna try to catch the next lift cycle that passes here. And this lift, obviously, we're just gonna take directly over to the other area where we need to solve water puzzles and hope that we don't do as bad at that one. Okay, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Perfect. Okay. That one went a lot cleaner. I probably could have caught that lift cycle, but I didn't feel like going for it. Playing it a tiny bit safer here in this level. Just a tiny bit. There's nothing else to do here, so I'm just gonna spam that. There is also this thing where going into first person glitches out for a second if you're on this lift, as you can see. It's quite a nice, stupid thing. Hoping not to die in this stage. I am expecting to lose a little bit of time, though. Okay, climb. And then I can just catch the very next lift cycle that comes across, just like that.
What a sight!
Alright. Do not die. This part is pretty cool, because what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going over here, grabbing the one item that I need from over here, and then using a cutscene warp to warp back down. By just long jumping and jump attacking like that to hit that cutscene. It's quite nice. Alright, dude, I wanted the long jump.
This is
Alright.
like any forge I've
There is a tiny bit of a difficult thing here. This long jump is way more precise than it needs to be. But I did get it. Dude, no. Okay, that's fine. Almost fell down anyway. And now we're just going to mold both of the molds that we have in here, or forge both of the molds, I guess is the right word. Yeah, okay, I'm losing a little bit of time in this stage, I'm pretty sure. But thanks for the good luck. Dude, I couldn't even long jump. There's the glitch spider. Here I'm going to turn myself around real quick before I put that in, just to make sure I'm facing the right way. Because when the camera, or when the cutscene cuts out, the camera will face whichever way you are facing, so. There we go. Oh my goodness, why are there like 2 million of them right here? Late, but not too late. Missed the hundo attempt, like the 2 of them that I did, yeah. Alright. Last key mold. So now we're going to head into the treasury, which is like the only room we haven't been in yet, not counting when we went in there to drop off the chain. My movement is still terrible, so bear with me. Ooh, nice. Just giving me courage points now. I must be doing that good, huh? I don't even need to worry about this tunnel. I know this tunnel.
Treasure behind those doors is worth more than all the Shire.
Dude. Thank you. Camera! Wow, still got a 45-second lead, though. Is it really missing when that's something you don't want to see? Haha, yeah, fair point. Alright. This level's actually, fairly straightforward. I just pressed X to skip the cutscene. That was dumb. Alright, and this is what I was talking about earlier with the cool fight strats. I gotta be careful here because the guys can actually hear me, and but basically there's this glitch called Sumrock where if we switch weapons, how do I even begin to explain this? If we throw a rock and then switch weapons, the game kills pretty much every enemy in just one hit. So that's exactly what I'm doing. Is just throwing a rock and then switching weapons real quick to the next weapon by just pressing X. The game basically thinks you're doing a thrown attack with a stick or a sword, which is an attack that doesn't exist. Anyway, there's nothing else that's a quest between those guys and Corwin, which is why I went straight to Corwin. And then I can summon these guys as well. So now I'm just going to play the level out normally for a second. These guys can be really annoying because there's a lot of lag in this room. And also these guys can sort of just gang up on you. Oops. I forgot there's only 2 there. I am actually going to put on my ring here because that guy can see me from like all the way over here and shoot his arrow at me. I've actually gotten shot right here before and lost a glitchless run. Alright, people who are familiar with an 80% run, this part probably just looks pretty uninteresting because this is like exactly what you've seen in an 80% run, is this segment right here. Hoping the end of the level doesn't troll me too much. There it is. Like to not lose this run. Okay. There we go. Right there I just kind of jumped up and interacted with the barrel to skip all of the other stuff that you normally have to do to be able to reach that barrel. Here we're just gonna help Bjorn cross the bridge by throwing a rock. That's not it. Where is it? I'm not even in the right place. There it was. The fact that it's like NMG means it's the best part of the run, yeah? You can think that, Irul. I mean, MK. I don't know why I said Irul that time. Alright, I'm gonna use a safe pedestal clip here to try to warp back over. We've already been over this, but safe pedestal clips are stupid sometimes. Just like that. And now we're just gonna go out of bounds. Hold on, I didn't even hit the cutscene, did I? I feel so stupid. I actually need to hit that cutscene. Where is the cutscene? There it is. Lost a little bit of time there, but that's fine. I'll go for a different route here. This should still be the 106. Unless I'm bad, in which case it won't be. Nope, okay. That's fine. We'll do that way instead. 106.36. Dang, dude. Yeah, that's a 106, alright. Wow. Hold on, let me share a screenshot of that. I'm posting that on Discord. Oh, Questium 98 strikes again. Right, right. That's what it is. I'm just happy that I managed to keep super calm through that run. Like, I'm very happy about that. Yeah, I sort of forgot to hit the cutscene at the end. That was the whole choke there.
Suddenly, Bilbo saw the
Even then, I only lost like 10 seconds to that. So I'm not too worried about that.
The battle raged around him.
That just means that there's free time save in the future.
The goblins were driven from the lonely mountain. But Thorin, king under the mountain, lay dying. He asked Bilbo for forgiveness. In his heart, he wished he had been more like the Hobbit, valuing food.
Alright, well, Taz, I don't know if you're still in the stream chat, but, I won the race.
The dragon was gone, and gold flowed down from the mountain to rebuild Lake Town.
I really want to jokingly say race to 105, but I almost feel like 105 is actually possible.
Bilbo bade farewell to his friends, took only 2 small chests of gold, and began his journey home.
I mean, 105 would have to be really tight, actually.
Before he got back, but that's another story.
Alright, let's move on from this. I'm gonna watch the credits. 105 absolutely looks possible with cleaner gathering and clouds burst. Oh yeah, but like, that like, okay. My Flies and Spiders was pretty much the only... Aside from Gathering and Clouds Burst, My Flies and Spiders was pretty much the only area with any sort of mistakes. Everything else in that run was basically perfect. Like, even my Inside Information, which I used a slower route on. Think you could do it. There are quite a few time save opportunities, but it'd be tough. Yeah, maybe. That's just yeah, that's insane. Alright, I'm getting off mic for a second. I'm gonna have to rewatch this one, but, like, this did seem like a really solid run. Actually, let me, think back through this. My dream world was Dream World, obviously. Unexpected Party was really good. Roast Mountain was really good. Trollhole was really good. Overhill was really good. Riddles in the Dark had a little bit of time save because I screwed up the boost, and the Goblin at the end didn't want to move. Flies and Spiders, I've got about 10 seconds of time save in Flies and Spiders. Barrels Out of Bond was really good. I don't think I'm saving time on that Barrels Out of Bond. Warm Welcome was really solid. Like, that save jump was really clean. Plus, I really like... The thing I really like about this run, like, I haven't even mentioned it yet, but the thing I really like about this run is, this is basically MK's 4227, or Iroh's 4227. This had commentary all the way through. I just kind of started going, and I did not stop talking about the run. Like, this run, I even took the time in Warm Welcome because I'm like, I'm not doing anything during the Thief Quest. Let's explain how clip warps work. I love this. This is my new favorite run. This is my new favorite All Quest run that I've done. And then the little mini-game during the clip warps. Like, I don't know who was all here during Warm Welcome, but, like, the little mini-game that I did during the clip warps. I think you were here by that time, Gina, because you said something about having fun. Oh, I messed up the bottle puzzle in Warm Welcome, so there was that little bit of time save. Inside information save time, and then Gathering and Clouds Gathering and Clouds Burst were the only real time losses. Oh, dude. No, that I'm proud of that one. I'm real proud of that one. In the Discord, he's like, the one time I don't show up to a stream. Oh no. I'm happy with that. And honestly, Gathering Clouds Burst, what I'm seeing right now is there's definitely future potential time save. That's how I'll look at it now. And inside info. You know what? I might do more attempts of this one, but honestly, I'd be happy leaving the category here. Like, this 106... Like, a year ago, I was going for a 108. I'm at a 106 now. Gasp, yeah, uh-huh. I mean, I'll go for a few more runs, but... Like, if this is my last all-quest record that I get, I'd be very happy with this. That run was really good. That run was really clean. Up until, obviously, missing the cutscene and, Betrays YouTube streaming and all quests in one day. I've been on Twitch for a little while now. I don't know what you're talking about. Alright, but yeah, I'm... You know what? Let's do the thing again. It's only 6 p.m. Actually, it's only 6:40 p.m. I've still got plenty of time before I gotta sleep.